It is Chilly Tuesday, folks. Pretending like that's a thing. But we're gonna play through this Islanders map. It seems appropriate, It's a billion degrees still where I am every day, so maybe this wintry map will help me a bit. Got this beautiful flickering rock here. Hopefully we can cover that up or something, but for now, let's just jump right into it. I mean, this is a really unique map. I like how it looks a lot. And yeah, I don't know. Let's think a bit here because it is a really unique layout. How are we going to want to structure this? How are we going to want to use this statue is really because it's our only one. To me, it looks like this is going to be city on this beach over here. And then our industrial will sort of dot along these rocks and farm over here. That's just my initial impressions, and I think that's what I'm going to go with, but we'll see. Let's try and get some early bonus points, because these can kind of go on the water, which is good. So let's just sort of touch this with each. So normally I jump into these and I kind of have a bit of an idea what I want to talk about, I guess. I'm not necessarily sure that that's true today. I guess largely it's just being tired. Like for example, I guess I've been doing this, I've only been doing this YouTube thing for maybe a week. Or 2 weeks, sorry, maybe close to 3. And it has just been very, I guess I'd say, eye-opening in terms of, I like that a lot. That's a really satisfying position for it, because then it also means we can build out like all of this area. I guess, sorry, so the point I was trying to make, I guess, is that like, I can already feel the sort of the draw. Not so much the draw. I don't know exactly what word I'm looking for here, but there's this feeling already that the time I spend on a video like this isn't worth it, because the other videos, I think people just enjoy them so much more. I mean, today I'm recording when I released the video of me going back to Addicting Games for the second time, and that video got more views in the first hour. I mean, again, we're talking about basically no views here because I don't have any followers, but it had more views in an hour than the last Islanders video I had in 8 days or so, since they're about 8 days spaced out. So at some point, I mean, it kind of already feels like, I'm spending so much time editing those videos, and part of why I like doing these, and I've said it before, is that they feel like they're like a really welcome break for me, because I just get to sit here and I get to do essentially a raw recording playing a game that I really, really like. And it's definitely not getting the fairest shake in the world, because I really don't have an audience except for like the 10 friends or so that are being incredibly kind and telling me that they enjoy what I'm doing. But so maybe these videos would get views if in the event that I were to have a bigger audience one day, but that's certainly not a guarantee. And it's not, and in the days when I'm trying to quote unquote build an audience, is it more valuable for me to be spending this time I'm spending right now? If I'm going to be sitting down and working on a video, should I be sitting down and working on something that's more dynamic, has more potential to draw in folks? I don't know the answer to that. It's something I guess I'm learning as I go. This is good because I know that temples really like masons. So maybe I can set this up as like a potential temple area in the future here. Let's think ahead. Oh, do we have a lot of flowers? I'm not seeing them, so let's go with bricks. But so ultimately, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I'm already kind of feeling some of the pressure there. You know, if I'm using my time wisely, how could I use my time more wisely? Should I be worried about it at all, I guess, is another aspect. Should I just be doing something that I have fun doing? And I don't know. I know at the end of the day, making these videos for me, like I find them incredibly rewarding. Because I just get to sort of chat and I enjoy that. And I think, you know, when I first said I want to start doing YouTube videos to myself, even, my thought was, this is the kind of video I wanted to do. I wanted to just do like very relaxed sort of content like this, because I think, like I mentioned, my initial reasoning was that I have a lot of problems with anxiety. So I was thinking, well, what kind of content makes me feel better when I'm anxious, and how can I contribute, I guess, to that landscape? Can I contribute to helping people in the same way that other people's content has helped me, I guess? And so this is what I came up with, and I don't know if it's effective for other people, but just making it is really effective for me. I find this, like, you know, it's very, very helpful. And so, you know, it's a balancing act, I guess. If this is something I want to try and continue to do, you know, if it's something I want to try and actually make a living on, maybe one day, or just to keep doing it for fun, I guess then I have to find that balance, right? Because if I had a full-time job and I wasn't working freelance like I am right now, there is no way that I would be able to spend all the time editing these recent videos as I have been, because they are a lot of work. Ooh, that wasn't a wiggle so much as it was a slide, but it was still very satisfying. So I'm happy for that. The other thing I'll mention, we are really we're coming up against it here in terms of having to really nail our placements in order to keep going. So that's something I'm thinking about for sure, is the fact that it is not lost on me that, you know, we're pushing up against the bounds of this run at the moment, which is fine. It'll happen. You know, this run will die at some point, but then we'll start a new one, so there's nothing wrong with that. But something to think about. I don't want you to get anxious looking at this, or concerned looking at our scores or anything. You know, I get it. But we'll just start a new run. There's no deep concerns you need to have with regards to that. I get it. So that's 11. That's pretty good. And yeah, so I don't know, I guess that's really what's on my mind lately, is that idea, right? Like, this has been so much fun to me in a way that I didn't expect it to be. I really thought I would just kind of have a couple of ideas for fun stuff I wanted to do, and I would do it, and then I would sort of burn out on it or not be interested and not continue. But that has very much not been the case. And, you know, it's become something that I am enjoying enough that I'm wondering to myself, is it, like I'm saying, is it worth trying to do this every day, dedicating the time to it every day, so that maybe there is a time when I have a real audience and and a lot of people watching, and it's something that I could actually, when we're talking money, support myself with, or even just supplement, partially support myself with, I guess. And I don't know. Yeah, that's a question maybe for another day as this, as this develops slowly over time. Where do we want to put our huts? Seems like 11 points is the best we're going to get out of them right now, which kind of stinks, but I like them being up on this ridge. It's a really adorable spot for them, so. I mean, let's check back in. We've had, our at least the grounds of our deep talk. Let's check in with how we've been building. I know you've been watching, but I haven't been letting you in on my thought process, so I have sort of been sticking to the plan I originally mentioned. We've got our industry and farming developing all along this ridge, and then our city building out here. The mason and like the stoneworks here have been kind of odd positioning for me, but they've been decent points, and it's hard to complain too much. Fishers. They actually like fishers and seaweed farms. So you'd think I'd get decent points like out here, but I guess they don't like the bricks and masons, and I can't really get away from those when I'm out here, so whoop. So 11 points it is. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's what's been going through my head lately. Been thinking about, that kind of stuff, like how serious I want to take this and if I want to continue, and it absolutely is something I want to continue with right now, which is nice for me to have that to focus on, and in these kind of times when it can be difficult to find something like that. Let's do a big point. Ooh. Oh, okay. 12 minutes in, 42 points. Oh, boom, new pack unlocked. And let's just take a look then at dog o'clock. Since we're on sort of a winter theme, I thought, why not have a sweet winter themed shot of Jaina. You may also notice that we're branded today. Normally we're doing generic Dan designed mug, but today we're doing sponsored by Diet Coke, so there's your money shot. Diet Coke. Check is in the mail, I hope. And Jaina's check is in the mail, and Jaina's on the screen. She's got her snoot there, right up in a blanket. I think that was on our holiday break last year. That's back home for me. That's not here. That's at my parents' house. So, what sweet? Isn't that just a boopable nose? Don't you just want to bop your nose against that nose? I mean, I'll leave it on. If you want to do it, I'll leave it on screen for a second. Did you do it? Because it's going away. Bye, Jaina. Bye, pretty face. And we're back. So we've got parks here. I know they're going to be good in here. I kind of deliberately left those spots open because I was thinking ahead about wanting to slot a park in there. A 19-point park is very, very good. And again, we've got another spot there for a 17. All right, let's keep going. I guess we'll take the shamans this time. It seems like they really want me to take it. All game they've been trying to direct me to these shamans, so I'll just take the dang guys. And let's find them a nice spot. A house. The geometry of these houses is bothering me because I've got like this weird. I need a one that bends the other way, if that makes sense. 14 points. Seems like 14 is about the best I'm gonna do for myself. 13 or 14. Maybe if I do, how can I set this up for future success? I think something like that is good because then I've got a square there. got 2 more fissures. 11 points again, I think is like the best we're gonna get. 6. What if I do it way out here? 6 again. 6, 5, yeah, 11's gonna be our spot. So let's edge. Again, you want to make like a perimeter, right? Because then we could probably get at least one more 11 pointer out here. If I put this one right on the tippy edge of where we get 11. Have them face out to sea. And then, yeah, same idea here, right? Just right on the tippy edge of where we get 11. And then we might even be able to get one more in here, which would be big. Towers are good. I'm liking the way we're developing here. I'm not... Ooh, that's a wiggle strats. Beautiful. That may be optimal seaweed farm placement right there. The way it's sort of like you do like one in front and then a vertical on each side. You know, learning something new. That might be a strategy to keep in mind moving forward here. I like a 12-point lumberjack, and I like that ledge actually. I think it's kind of cool. I like using these ledges here. They're like a unique feature of this island, and I think, you know, completely ignoring them would be outright silly. So we shan't. And again, I think we're still talking about our 11 points as our best. Oh, you know what we should do first though, and see if it's in range. No, it's not really. See, I kind of regret taking this because I knew it was, you know, they were really pushing it on me. And I think I knew that there were no flowers, right? I counted them up earlier, and 5 points is not... It's not really a... Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Okay, game. 14, 13, 11. Okay, I can take a 14. That's nice. Just sort of overlooking the... Oh, there it is. I saw that. I saw that just in my... There we go. That's a nice spot. I think I just sort of... It was just a theory in my head when I saw the bubble of it, you know, brushing up against that mason. I knew there was probably a spot. So now does this wiggle strat into here? Because that was ultimately what I wanted. And it does look like it will. Oh, maybe. Please. Okay, if it doesn't work this time, I'm not going to keep doing it. But we're talking about the jump from 14 to 15 points. Now that, for you, all you wiggle strats appreciators out there, that has to be a prime example. I mean, I guess I could have maybe wiggled a little more, but that's really cleaned up that part of the city for me. Another free 11 points up here on Hut Ridge. We'll take that. And okay, so we've got it just a 24-point tower. Not the most amazing tower of all time, but I don't rightly mind. What can we do with these parks here? Do we still have big 18-point parks that we can sort of... That's good, yeah. 18 there. And a 17 there with the fountain. 16. Where was that 17? Thought we had a 17. There it is. I kind of like that the city looks like it's all cozied up in the winter weather. It's kind of cute. I'm going to keep holding the tower, I guess, because it does just sort of get more and more valuable as time goes on, so we'll save it for when we really need it. We don't have a market. We don't have a ton of stuff together, which worries me about that. This I think would actually be a good addition. Yeah, this is going to be a big addition here, right on the coast there. I was thinking I put it somewhere like here in prep for a temple. This might be like this whole video series is first and best temple. So let's hope. Let's build, we can build out around this a little bit with our mansions, because temples like those. And so it'll be something to keep in mind there. Let's again, oh, are we losing our free? No, we're not. We just have to, oh, perfect. One more spot there. And can we get a long, thin park maybe? Do we have one of those floating around? Oh, wiggle strats on that park to make a gorgeous path. And let's take, circus is pretty good. I want a long, you know, we get different shaped parks. I'm looking for one of those long, thin parks right now. That's what I was hoping to see. 16-point house, which opens us up to a 40-point circus, which is quite nice. Let's face it out towards the ocean. Beautiful circus. And again, let's take this opportunity, if we can, 8 points, to continue to build out. Oh, wait, what was that? Was that like a 15-point? Ooh, don't mind if I do. That achieves the same effect that I was looking at before. And looks very nice. Got a 12-point. If we do it out here, 5, 10, 12. Yeah, you get too close, you lose that. Let's take the 12. Can we keep the tree but get the 12? We can. Spin it around so that it's facing. This one can face the mason and watch that hypnotic wheel turn. Warehouse or gold mine. Let's take the gold mine for now. Again, we gotta be, we're being a little frugal. Frugal? Not frugal, that's not the right word, but we're trying to be good with our points here, because I know that this is a bit of a tough spot we're in. We're coming up against it in terms of points, so gotta keep that in mind. And let's rotate that to actually face the mine there. And I think this will actually do quite nicely for us. Yeah, I'm glad that I took that. That's an excellent place for it, and it's a lot of points. Let's reach back to our lovely optimal seaweed farm here. See, yeah, because those vertical ones will hit 12, and then I can slide another one in, and that's notable. That's certainly notable. Another 15-point park there. 12, 7. Ooh. Let's extend that park then on the opposite side of this. Oh, that long thin one is what I was talking about for here. Will it fit? That's a different question. It doesn't look like it quite does, which is a shame. Does it fit? Come on. No. Come on. Give me a chance. Give me a chance, park. I can change. I can change, park. Okay. Where else can we put it? 14, 15, up and against there. 15. I don't think we need the park right now, though, again. I think when we're sort of, for lack of a better word, when we're sort of up against the clock a little bit, not the clock, when we're up against the points a little bit, it behooves us to take every pack as we get it, rather than try and, rather than to try and just take the points. It makes more sense for us to, woof. Should I just throw it away right now and do a minus 145 Oasis? Oh geez, I thought I would actually be able to get something nice out of this Oasis, but it's looking more and more like I can't. Wow, I didn't realize how much it hated. Oh, almost everything I have placed right now. That's not a good sign, but we're gonna make the best of it. So I can start a new row. Let's start, yeah, let's start a new row. And again, we've got another plateau here for 30. That's good. It is a nice spot for it to sort of be able to build out on that, out on the water a bit. Gives us more neighborhood on both sides. So now let's take this tower, I think. At long last, we'll take our 43. Is that our best? 44? Is that our best? Again, we want to use our edges. 45. I'm thinking that's going to be our temple spot, though. So, oh, no, that's a perfect location, though. 45. Yeah, let's take our 45 in here. 1, it's a beautiful spot. And 2, it leaves room on that plateau for our temple. Which, I'm like crossing my fingers here. I think the temple is going to be big money for us, but I am also ready to be so... That's why I have a degree in city planning. I don't. I don't, but I could. Come from a long line of city planners, I'll have you know. Long line being 1. Come from a single city planner. +9 on the coast here. That might be the best we're gonna get. Again, unless there's something sneaky over here, but... Sneaky shaman. Yeah, let's take that +9. I'm just delaying doing the temple for a couple of reasons. 1... Oh, is that an 11 that I... Ooh. Sneaky. That's the sneaky shaman that I was talking about. At 11. I'm delaying it because if I can get a couple more, like I was saying, if I can get a couple more mansions or something down, that could be over 100 points, and that's purely, at that point, I'm purely being vain in wanting to get 100 points, so. Can I just eke out both of those fellas, or no? Doesn't look like it. Right on the edge of being able to do that. I mean, if I just put it there, yeah, I'm only at a 2. That's a 7. I think 7's what I'm gonna get, so let's take that spot. 7 is what does it get bonus from a park? It does get a bonus from a park too, so that's something we can keep in mind because we have this nice thin park for 15 points is really nice. Yeah, let's take that 15-point park because I think it's in range of the temple. Oh, it's just not. It's just barely not. Can I get it in range of the temple? Maybe? Like, okay, this is a crazy thought, but no, that's not gonna work. Is there any little hidden room in there? Not really. I just want to get 100 points. I think that would be so fun. But we might not get it on this one. Because I think anything we place is going to be too out of range now. But let's do some of our parks here because I know we've got high value parks. The 15s and the, ooh, a nice little lake. How cute. Where can I put this cute lake? Trade 95 points for 10. 14. Let's take that 14 on the lake. Let's take that 15 here. I like that. We've created our perimeter park path that we like to talk about so much. Walls get a bonus for temples, and temples get a bonus for walls. So let's take a wall. And now this one I do think... Well, okay, first things first. Can we hug a little mansion in here somewhere? Oh, right there, come on. Give it to me. Video game wiggle strats. That's... I don't often complain about hitboxes in this game, but come on. Now that's a hitbox that should work. Okay, temple. I think, like, so if I put that there, and I know this will still fit, because that's usually how it goes, right? Is that I can put... temple on, but it's actually just the same for me overall. Because I guess the temple pushes it back a little bit. Oh, but I can actually. So this is big. So I have, if I put this here and take a slight hit and just be 7 points, putting this here, there we are. Bathe me in points. That's our first big, again, I spent, if you've been watching this series, spent almost the full series complaining about how much I don't like the temples. But here we are now with a 120 point temple. That's earned us a little Jaina. That's our reward for the 120 point temple. Anytime we get more than 100 points, that pushes us over the line towards dog o'clock again. Let's cap off this path with a nice 7 point. A nice 7 point. Oof, 15. 15 is pretty good. We're kind of at awkward angles with this shoreline here, but I don't mind that because it opens up a beach, you know. And I think that there would be maybe a spot for a park in here, but maybe not. It's a 16 point park on the beach. That's pretty good. Might take that there because that gives us a little decoration there on the edge of the beach, and that's nice to see. All right, what else are we gonna do here? We've got another brick place that I would love to get both of these, but I can't. I think they're just too far apart. Oh, 15 points is... Actually, I could put it up here and get 18, I think, right? Yeah. Because I get the benefit of that statue that's right there. This oasis is like... it's just not... pretty much not going to be happy no matter where I put it. Which... maybe out here, 3. No, still nothing. I mean, I might as well just basically toss this up here and forget about it because it ain't gonna like it no matter what. 4, is that our best one? I think 4 is our best. Kind of sad, but let's just get it out of the old inventory because, you know, it's not helping us much and it's not gonna change much. Ooh, okay, let's think this through. Market, gold mine. I've got gold mines up there. I've got sawmills up there. Let's take... loses points for brewery in range. Hopfield statues, warehouse and seaweed farms. I'm gonna go with warehouse this time. Again, we know that we're gonna have a big... you know, we've got some profitable places that we can do walls around this edge, which is good because there's nothing else that's going to fit here. So let's start with there, and we can keep building around it if we want to. We've got... again, I don't think we can do any better on huts. Huts are kind of low earners for us in this map because we've got so few town centers. What else can we work on here? Again, our housing is nice. I'm happy with continuing to build out that neighborhood sort of on the other side of these parks. I think that looks very cute. And we've got another plateau. 22 points is nice. Oh, 30. I saw 30 out here, but I'm not sure what that... oh, maybe that's actually worth exploring, I think. Because... it would be really nice, I think it'd be really cool to sort of have this ring around these masons. Oh, so let's look at our warehouse here. 1925 is pretty good. And then somewhere in here we basically lose it, right? I think that 25 is gonna be our best one. So that's something to keep in mind. But like I said earlier, we want to think about where we can put things. 65 is pretty good. That 65 is quite nice, but again, let's save it. It's only going to get more valuable over time. Let's take, we got another wall that we can do. I think it was 17 here. Yeah. And then can this, what if this could just lose this point, too many points by touching those walls. Shame. Ooh, is this going to be a lucky house that gets to, like, yeah, create sort of a path? That's very nice. I like, this was a completely unintentional sort of design that we started with, but I like this, like, path sort of dividing two neighborhoods. I think that's a really cute idea. It's sort of like, I mean, not exactly the newest idea in the world, but it's almost like a Central Park or whatever, right? You have two neighborhoods on each side of this big park. Lovely place to be. Let's take this warehouse, I think, and we will finally just do it. Here, let's get 7 is pretty good. 8, 4, ooh, okay, 16. Yeah, I like that. 16 is good. 16 is very good. And this, I mean, whew. Wow, yeah, it gets dunked on huge for 18, 22, 33 up here. Can't say I even begin to understand that, but maybe it's, okay, look, we're gonna put it up here because 33 points is great, but also we will come up with a story for it. So it's up here, getting 33 points. Where was that? How did we have it to get that? Had to be on this side of the thing. There. Okay, so it gets 33 points. Here's why it's up here. This shaman is a retired fisher, and the water level has actually lowered over time. So this seaweed farm used to be working the farms like all these ones are now, but the water is lowered, and you can actually see like an artifact or see that that's still happening, because even these seaweed farms are starting to get left behind a little bit by them. This one is the newest out on the water, but so they sort of have combined their house. They built their house next to their retired seaweed farm and sort of share the two now, and they use this like floating platform for their, maybe it's like a balcony. They can look out over the water in the new farms. So it's in canon now, it's justified. You can all, get off my back about it. I know you're all one of you are in the comments right now just screaming, being like, how could that be there? What does it mean? Well, now you know what it means. It's a beautiful little area where a retired guy and his farm live. And it's just lovely, and it works great for them. So we're gonna leave them be. And we're gonna keep collecting our points. So we've got this. I kind of want to stick it up here a little bit. It's not going to give us the most room in the world for fields, but I have a feeling, one, we're not going to get that many fields. Two, this warehouse will synergize with it, so it makes it a little bit better, because I kind of already know I want to put a warehouse up here. But that's something we'll do soon. More houses is always good, because houses are like so flexible. They give you so many points, and they can kind of go anywhere. I really wish I could sneak one in there or something, but hey. Although one does go here, and we can, oh, but we do know that we want this to be yeah. Maybe we can do it over here, 14, 16, yeah, let's do this. Let's start building a cute little zone out here. That's pretty beautiful, but not yet. Okay, we've got another seaweed field that we can put in, that we can wiggle strats into this optimal location. Right? Yep, there it goes. Oh, wiggle it in. We know we can do it. We did it with the last one. Here we go. Wiggles. Come on, Wiggles. This is high-level Islanders play. If you want to know how to learn how to play Islanders, this right here, what I'm doing, this is optimal play. Look at, we're gonna make a huge jump here from 5. You can see I'm doing this sort of little circular massaging motion, and it's just kind of edging it in. 14 points. You don't want to go too far, and you kind of do have to go back and forth a little bit. There it is. You really just, there's a little edge you can touch, and it's going to get you there. So you, and if you're worried you're going to cross, there's no harm in going back a little bit, and then you just got to go forward and push the envelope sometimes a little bit. Oh, we pushed the envelope too far. This may be the first time I ever make an edit in one of these videos if it takes me that long again to push this back into that spot. I got greedy. Oh, there it is. All right, we're in, and we're right on the edge. Oh wow. The hands are just too good sometimes, folks. The hands are just too good. So this can go right on the 25 points. This can go right on the shore there. I like that. That's perfect. That completes that little area. Sort of forgot about taverns. But taverns are our friends. And they do great work. So we got another park. We got a 10-point park that can go here. I do like that. Oh, it's actually 14. Boom. Now that's a park. And I did like sort of the idea of doing one out here. I think that's really adorable. Because I just don't really know where else to put it, but let's leave it for now. Again, it's something we can always come back to. How do we do with these brick builders out here? They're really, ooh, that's better. Yeah, because we can get the mason, and can we get the statue? We can. Again, see, we're giving, this just fits so well canonically. We talked so much about this fisher and the shaman, but then we've also got this brick builder that retired and became a shaman. It really is just, really is perfect. Let's see if our planning was adequate. No. Or, it was adequate, it's just that it's not possible with how we set it up. So let's take one out here, I suppose, and get like a 10 point. That's pretty good. I don't think we can do any better. At that point, we're just leaving, and even if we only try to collect these, it's not enough. It's not worth dropping the shaman for. So let's not worth dropping the statue for. So let's take that 10 on the perimeter out here a little bit if we can. 10-point fisher, nothing to sneeze at. The balloon doesn't get it gets a big bonus for a market. And an oasis. Okay, now may be the time to place the market. Let's sort of put a few more houses down to try and clean up the max amount of points we're going to be able to there. But again, our continued hut ledge. I'm pleased with the decision to do the second row there now because I wasn't so sure. Okay, so that's another thing to think about. 21 points there, and it gets a 20 bonus. Whereas if I do like a 34, I'm only losing 12. So that's the answer. I think that tells me what to do. We'll do our 21-point warehouse there. And we have a built-in place for the person that works there to live. And that gives us a 101-point market. Rack up those points for me. Thank you very much. And you know what more than 100 points means? We get a nice little a Jaina treat. There it is. That's your Jaina treat for the day. And now we might actually be able to get something decent out of this balloon. Yeah, 30-point balloon if we put it on top of the circus, which is a classic place for the balloon to go. And let's see what we've got left. Monuments. Those are always pretty decent points for us, although we don't have a ton of space for one. 48. Ooh. Okay. So we do still have some space for one. That's good to know. 6 points. If we sort of hug it there, that's probably the best we're going to get, because, like I said, we're really up against it when it's coming to space here that's available to us. Wow, okay. That is a monument and a half. What else does it get bonuses from? Temples, city centers, parks. So parks would give it an extra bonus. But we don't exactly have the greatest locations for parks here, unless we literally take the monument spot. So let's just do it. Let's get a big 92 for that monument. You love to see it. There's a lot of it's been a bit of a game of nickel and diming points a little bit when it comes to your mansions, your housing. But then we've had some big honkers like the market, the temple, the monument have all been like huge. Have all been huge ones for us. So maybe it sort of balances out at the end of the day a little bit in that sense. Same thing with these huts. Like we're used to collecting 20, 22, 23 point huts. And we've only been able to get 11 out of this, which is tough, but it's good that we have that sort of trade-off, I guess, in that we still are getting our big money ones. So let's try and bridge the gap a little bit here. I love getting that 13 in there. And then if we can get another one there, that'll look really nice. We have another warehouse actually, so we can still take our big 38.1 out here, which actually, hold on. I'm jumping the gun a little bit. I should do my due diligence. Let's do due diligence and feel around a bit. But yeah, I think that 38's the right one. It's a great amount of points and it ties together that sort of industrial plateau in a nice way. And it provides a big bonus to this too. Where we're up here, we can get 22 points, and again, just some more shine to that industrial plateau. Let's take our wall plateaus. So this is interesting because wall plateaus can sort of, when you've got something sort of so tightly packed together, you can sometimes get big bonuses from a wall plateau. This is nice to get a city center out here for the industrial people. And 30 points at that is really nice too. Got another one of these sand fellows. 15 I think is going to be by far the best we're going to get. Oh, I take it back. We're going to get 18 if we tuck it in here, right next to the brickyard where it belongs. So, let's try and be reasonable city planning folk here. We know we're getting down to it in terms of packs, because we've pretty much got one for just about everything you would want. Now that is a good wall. Because we've got just about everyone. I don't even think we're going to be, this is the last one we're choosing. So we know that we know that we're down to it. So we have to really, we're going to want to prioritize points to some extent here. And I think that's okay. So, and we also know, by the same token, we know that our city's not going to be expanding much more. So it is safe to put walls, If we see that we're getting a big 17, 20 point wall out here, I think it's totally safe to do that without worrying too much about cramming in the city. So this is another thing to think about, right? So this is what I was talking about with wall plateaus, is that if we can put this here, then we kind of just get this market up over the city for 66 points, which is very good. But let's just look around again here. What can we do? 50. Doesn't get a huge bonus for being out there. 63. 65. And we could do something like this. What would that give us if we were to do that? 57, 62. So I think the wall is the way to go, but where do we get the most out of it? It's like here. So let's see, can we get a little wall here? And will the market go there? It's almost like it's just, oh, there it is. So we get an 80-point market this late in the game. That is huge. That is very, very big. So that's the benefit of those wall plateaus, which really this is maybe like one of the last new things that we haven't really done in this run, is the idea that you can kind of layer things on top of other things. So like if I were to get another mansion, a bunch of mansions, because these bubbles, they extend downwards, right? So with those mansions, if you can almost sandwich them in a way to, you can almost sandwich them to like double dip on your points when it comes to city building in here. What does that do? Anything? Three isn't much, and like I can slide that in there, but it was a 0 point at the time. 7 is pretty good. I like to see that. I think I can get a good amount of points down here, right? On this, this may be a time when a water plateau is really good, because if I sort of stick that there, and then I can get an 18-point house in there and build out a little more if we get more houses. Similarly, like a little park there could be very profitable for us. Mason, 17, 19 is great there. 23, wow, that's very good. 22, we have a lot of good places to put Masons. That is really notable. 20, because that's, I mean, it's rare. I guess it's good. It's rare for me, I should say, the way that I play this game. It is rare for me to be getting, you know, big money buildings this late, you know. Usually my big ones are, you know, your first market, your first temple if you're lucky, or your first circus, your first balloon. But here we've got kind of we're getting a lot towards the end of the game, which is something to be happy about. You know, 42 points for 2 Masons, even at the beginning of the game, that's great. It's nothing to shake a stick at. 10, yeah, let's take that 10. I love these hut ledges we've built here too. They're really quite nice. So we've got 10 parks to go through, which is gonna be good, I think, because we've got spots for them, to my knowledge. Although we haven't looked up here at all, really. 10. Typically they like a little bit, but we didn't get any. See, I was right about that brewery. We didn't get a single brewing field. I mean, that's wild to me. 8 points up here for a park, 3 down here. Can we fit one somewhere in here? Even if we could, it doesn't look like it'd be particularly great. 4, 5, 7, 9 point park. Okay. Time to start placing more perimeter parks, I think. 9 is good. 10, 11. Okay. Underneath. See, that's another thing, is that now we still have that space open underneath the wall platform, so let's take the 11 here. Let's take the 10 here. And let's check out our new, see, yeah, this neighborhood is, this idea that I had here with this platform is already paying off big, because, you know, we've got 3 houses out of it now for like 40 some points. Can't complain about that. We got the seaweed that I was talking about, this 13 pointer that, oh, can we get more? No, 13 is still the top. So again, this big, nice seaweed farm. We could start doing water plateaus for these fellas, 14, right? Or we could build that out a little further. What do we got? Anything incredible? 14 points here is not bad. Walls, again, we know we had good spots for those, but pretty much coming up on the end of it here, folks. So I wanted to just say thank you again for tuning in. This has been a really fun one for me because it's such a unique, it really is a unique island. I feel like you don't necessarily see a ton of them. Even when you play this game a lot, like I sort of have several hours in it. A lot of the islands tend to sort of start to meld together a bit and to see these cool ruins and the winter theme. I don't know how common it is. Maybe I'm making myself sound silly here, but it's been a lot of fun. 17, and what was the other one we had there? 15, 13. I'm gonna take that 17. That seems like our best option. And it puts a nice cap here on making a little park again. Okay, we've got 8 more parks to go through. So we gotta think here. So we got 9. I know 9 is good. 7 is pretty good. Let's take a 7 there. 5, 4, 9, 10. Okay. Hold on, let's take that one back. Because I think we can maybe fit a couple up here. And sort of do some landscaping for this resort. 10 is great. Again, another 10 is amazing. Yeah, this is fantastic. So we're doing landscaping and we're getting 10 points per park. Unlocking a new pack here. What else can we do? Another wall. Another wall. Another water plateau, which is good. I think I may actually kind of snake and use that as a land plateau, because does that allow me to get... No. That does not allow me to get good mansions, because those mansions, they don't like the walls. I forgot. 14 for that wall. I think 14 might be our play for this wall. Sorry that things have slowed down here so much. It's just when you're at the very end, and we haven't quite unlocked the next island yet, so it's still possible that we could, if we play this, you know, exactly right. What was I getting 6 for there? Oh. 8 points is pretty good. 5 points is pretty good. See if this, I mean, how many times is this going to get me 15 points putting it here? Yeah, it's finally diminished a bit. 9. 6, 9. Nothing out there. Okay, so 9. Oh, 12. Take the 12. 12 is really good. Can do a little more landscaping up here if we want. 8. Oh, another 10 there. If we extend the path a little bit. Yeah, more 10s. I think these 10 pointers are our best parks by a mile right now. 7 and an 8 in there, but that's not very much. And then these edges are pretty much toast. You know, wall platforms are inherently a few points, so let's put this up here. This one can be like a really cool sort of like a use binoculars on them. A viewpoint, like a viewport for the resort goers. 7. So I know I had an 8 down here. Let's take the 8. Or I thought we had an 8 there, but I might have just been seeing a 6. Nope, there's an 8. And we've got more 14-point water plateaus here if we want to continue building this dock out, which why not? And again, that opens up a little more park area for us. 9 points. It's pretty good. Now we know we can get another 7 or 8 up here. And 8 to have this cute little overlook. An 11. Well, folks, that might just about be it. Oh, no, we've got one more pack, at least. Again, let's keep building out this lookout point for the people of the Oasis. What do we have here? A couple more seaweed farms. We've got a fountain, cheese, which can go up there for 33. That's pretty good. 38, 40. That's got to be the spot there. But let's save it for now. 13, 15. See, this is sort of the stuff we were hoping to set up, right? A 15-point house down here is, that's ideal. And again, we've got sort of some 10, 9, 9 out on that platform. That actually might be a cute place to put it, but actually let's take it here, and it can face this path as a 9. A new tower is a very big one because, wow, that's going to help a lot. We were really blessed with that pack, I'm not going to lie. 52-point tower is 54, 55-point tower in there. Jiminy. Even up here, where's our other tower? Yeah, it's like even directly in conflict with that tower, it still gets a heck of a lot of points. 63 up there, wow, on this point. 63, 62, 63 down there. Something tells me there's a spot in here that's gonna be like a 70, but maybe it's not worth digging for too much. So what did I get up here? 63. I think 63 is our max. I actually quite like it down here where we were seeing it originally. Yeah, that's very cool because it sort of ties together. It helps tie together the ground with the marketplace there. And let's see what we can do with these now. 8 points. I think 8 points is going to be our best. I like it here. Or 7. There. Where was it? There we go. I like it there to tie together that a bit. And then here again because it just does a great job of tying it together. Does it fit that way? It does, but I think it looks better this way. Another 8. And now what do we get out of this fountain again? 40, 33, 40. The 40's got to be it. Don't know where else we would even come close to getting 40. Now that's a big fountain. That's big. What are we gonna get out of this pack? Mansions, that's kind of tough, but they actually will do well out on this sea. That's nice for us because, where was that 17? So these work out great because 1, they get us a lot of points, but 2, they can be like the little information houses for the people that live, that go to the resorts there. Again, another house that we can get probably a good 14 points out here, and we're filling up this dock. And we unlocked the next island. Wow. Now, if that's not a satisfying end to this video, I don't know what is. You know, I told you guys not to worry about it because I was going to worry about it, and boy was I actually worrying about it a lot. I don't know if that was obvious, but I was certain we were going to lose this run, which, you know, again, like I said, we would have just started a new run, but I knew how close we were. I really felt like we could get there, and I was trying very, very hard to get us to it, so I'm over the moon that we did it. I really didn't think we would towards the end there, and yeah, wow. And not a moment to spare. That's our last piece. So yeah, this one ran a little long. I mean, we're just over an hour, but that is very, very satisfying. Feels good. I'm really happy with this. I hope you guys are too. I mean, it looks so it's so busy. There's so much going on in here. Like these huts, I love these rows of huts. I love that we got to do so much landscaping here. I mean, it's just all trees and stone paths and lakes. I think that's very cool. And then we made this nice lookout area. I mean, it doesn't look incredible here, but maybe when you look at it from this angle, it's easier to imagine. Like, you know, you take the stairs down here and you walk out onto this and you get your information out here, and you can just see how all the way out over the city at this balloon, at the market, the tower, this 100-point temple that we got. It's, yeah, wow. This was a bit of a challenge, you know. It's almost, it was, became a new, there was a new feeling for me. I don't know about for you watching it, but watching this go up was something I was very conscious of, because I wanted to make the next island for you guys. I wanted to be able to sit down and do another, you know, another chat in 2 days about, on the same run. So, you know, that does mean likely, I would say, the next island will be our last for this run. But, you know, if it runs really short, then we'll likely start a new run in the same video anyways, because, you know, these are all roughly the same length. So where would I live in this island? Probably up here. I think I would be one of these hut dwellers for the first time. I think it'd be very cool to have this view over the city always, and you know, everything you need right there at the market, just steps from your front door in some cases, and beautiful parks and lookout points. And secondarily, I think down here, this is a really neat neighborhood that we built sort of at the 11th hour with the water plateaus, and, you know, you've got your circus and your tavern, your balloon rides, and then your, you know, your docks if you want to just look out at the frigid waters. But yeah, this is both one of the coolest islands I've ever built, but also one of the most challenging in that, you know, we're able to move on despite really being on the cusp of not. So yeah, I love seeing that. I love making these videos. So let's say goodbye to this beautiful Frost Island, and we'll start our expedition to the next one. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I'll wrap it up here since we're already about, you know, 10 minutes or so over what's expected. And we're moving on to another little frozen chunk of land. So thank you, Islanders developers, for making me look silly saying that I don't often see snow islands. I'm sure if we unlock the next one, we'll see another snow island and I'll look even goofier. But for now, I mean, hope you guys are having a good week, and we'll see you in about 7-8 days where we're gonna try and do it all again on this little one. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna look sweet with the different levels and the ice flows. I don't know if we can build on these, but we'll find out next week. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later.